stopped about 9 registered sex offenders, because it's not just about, and that's just in the spate of like, you know, a day in the town centre, and that is targeting wanted offenders who are passing through our town centre. And that was some of the offences there. Well, one was failing to comply with the community order regarding domestic violence. One was failing to appear for a series of shopliftings. Another one was wanted for active bodily harm on females, so that was violence against women and girls and domestic violence. Another one was wanted for threats to kill, again domestic violence. One was wanted for a robbery. One was breaching their tag, shouldn't have been in the area. There's 2. There was breaching their tags. And then also we stopped...
And just to add and say as well, people, yeah, the police also said that there is no ban. There is no ban. There's no more ban, people, yeah. We're out, we're cooking, have good vibes.
Power, release stress. Ringo feed.
Yes, people, we're live here at the centre where we're going to be having a meeting today, everyone. So, good vibes. I just want to show you where I am. I'm just right here. The centre's actually here in West Croydon. And we're having a meeting. Don't want the door to close on me. We're having a meeting right here at the CVA centre. The meeting today is with the council and the police and probably local members of the public. And this is what the CVA represents here. You understand? A good vibe. So we're here in the building, everybody here, and the meeting's gonna take place. You understand? A good vibes, and hopefully this one is for all of us. You understand? It's for all of us, and for the better outcome, and for the better prospects of our people, our community. You understand? And ourselves. You understand? And our children. You understand? Which is our near future to our far future people. Yeah. So let's do this for all of us. A good vibes. Big up yourself. One love.
Yo, Ringo. A good vibes. Release stress. Feed the homeless. Ringo vision on a mission. Release stress. Him feed the homeless. Ringo vision on a mission. Could have a 9 to 5, him never fi do it. Love all people, him just love the street. Him just love the street. Ringo could have a 9 to 5, him never fi do it. Love all people, him just love the street. Him just love the street. Power, release stress. Ringo feed the homeless. Ringo vision on a mission.
Yes, people, so guess what? Today's a very exciting day for all of us. We've got a big meeting today with Croydon Council and the police people, yeah. So we're going to be talking about the issue, talking about the matter. But first and foremost, and the most important thing is that we would love for them to work with us and offer us, even if it's like a premises. Let's put it out in the universe, yeah. I'm excited to get a premises somewhere that we could maybe like 3 to 4 days a week for 4 to 5 hours a day, to be able to utilize the facility with a kitchen in there, proper kitchen in there, and a little seating area where I could be inside there cooking, you understand, and invite the homeless people there and the people there that are in need in the local community to come in. I'm not saying that there ain't places like that in Croydon, but guess what? They don't feel like the places that are there, they are part of that community. You understand? We've been able to build a little family relation with our local homeless people here in Croydon, and you understand? and they're glad when Ringo's out. So imagine if Ringo could have a little premises to facilitate them for a few hours, and that's where it would be key, where individuals like yourselves could come in and could even implement working on the mental health, working on housing, working on this, because we've got a place where they could sit down, and you understand, and they could eat, and then they could go over there on that desk there, and somebody's there to help them and help rehabilitate them. You understand, people, yeah? So our good vibes, big up yourself, everybody, yeah? So we've got an important meeting today. I've got some more things to talk about as well. Like, there can't be more joy than it all happening on a day like today. The way the sky is bright, nice blue sky. We're still in that chilly winter, but it's the last part of it, people, yeah? And I'm just so excited as well, yeah? Just in general, to be going back out 3 to 4 days, 4 days, you understand? So far we've just been back out on our second day, so our third day as well, going to be cooking. And even though we've got the meeting, we're still going to be also cooking. The kitchen's going to be out, you understand? And it's so great, people, yeah? You can see the joy on the homeless people's face, yeah? To see that something that they've got hope on, yeah, is back in their community, you understand? Because with you guys knowing about what's going on, that's spreading the awareness, support. A lot of you guys work in different departments, and I just think, like, with what we're doing here in Croydon, it can ricochet around the UK, around South London, around East London, North London and West London, and also ricochet into other countries as well. So because there's people that are watching from other countries, and then we could start that Ringo Vision movement, just helping those in your local community. And it may be even a bit easier in other countries, you understand, where laws and regulations are a bit different, do you understand? But here in the UK, we're going to go through the procedures. We never knew that things would get like this, but guess what? Things work in mysterious ways, everybody, yeah? And we just always hope and look out for the best and keep the good vibes going, because you guess what? You see, without the good vibes, it's going to be very, very hard to push through times like this, you understand? So yeah, man, our good vibes always, people, yeah? That is it. Just want to say as well, yeah, what would we really, 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 really want from this meeting, and what is the outcome that Ringo Vision really, really wants from this mission? Yeah, let me just first and foremost say, the outcome, what I'm actually looking for is to see 1 million people being helped, not just with food, not just with a conversation or with a presence of giving people hope, but a little bit more, a little bit extra. I feel everybody deserves a second chance in life. You understand? I feel like people deserve to be put back into society, and that's hope also for society to amend the cracks. You understand? Sometimes something may be cracked, but it's not broken, and sometimes something may be scratched, but it's not damaged. You understand? So a lot of these individuals that we come across on a day-to-day basis, we're not going to say that they're broken or they're damaged to a sense where they can't come back to. You understand? Because one thing I do believe here in life is that this air that I'm taking in right now, and wherever you guys are watching from right now, we are all using this same air that I cannot touch, I cannot see it, but guess what? We're living through it. And with this air comes energy. It's life, it's love, it's all. But one most important thing I want to say that's inside of the air that we breathe in, yeah, is that it has all inside of it. So if you wake up and it's a good vibes, the air you breathe in is going to be good and healthy. If you wake up in the day and you're on a bad energy, a low vibration, the air you breathe in, you might not even appreciate it. You might not even appreciate what's happening for you in that day. Because why? Because the energy that's flowing through you is not correlating with the energy outside. So what I'm trying to say, let's take a deep breath, people, yeah? Just for a moment and stop for a second. all about relaxing the mind, taking that little time out for self, yeah? I know I didn't really take 1 minute there, but I expect you guys to, from time to time, take that 1 minute for self. Why? Because sometimes we need to make the right choices and make the right decisions. And how would we be able to make the right choices and the right decisions in life? How? Can I tell you how you can be able to do that? Take a moment before you make that action or you make that choice. You understand, people, yeah? And then let's push forward with positivity. Let's push forward with love. Let's push forward with unity. Let's push forward with strength. So what I'm trying to get at right now, yeah, what would Ringo Vision really want to accomplish from this meeting today with the council and with local members of the public being present and with also the Metropolitan Police? I would like for the whole of us that's there, that's a part of the community, that's involved in the community in whatever areas they're working from, whether it's the council, whether it's the police, whether it's the public sector, whether it's the educational sector, whether it's the health sector, whether it's coming from the sports sector, do you understand? And whether it's coming from the technological side, which is information technology, you understand? Whichever sector it's coming from, all of those sectors are needed to combine with Ringo Vision so that we can become a whole body, you understand? A whole community, yeah, together, merged together, implementing for greatness amongst not just us, but our community and the communities around us, so that we can spread that vibration and that help and that support can go across the country. Some people, their ultimate help to bring them back forth into our reality is maybe rehabilitation, and that means some form of rehab, because what I've experienced is that rehab doesn't cost anything. It's just about recommending certain individuals, yeah, to push them forth, come off the streets, and let's start from this side round. You understand? And that's a focus as well for the people them, and a support factor to bring the people them back, because guess what? Detox spiritually, mentally, physically is going to be needed, and a lot of support is going to be needed as well with these individuals. So with all of us combined together, watching and spreading the message, spreading the word, I feel like there's times when individuals will just be out and be like, you know what, I've got an hour today, I'm going to go and check up in my local community and see who needs what kind of support and needs what food, or who's eating, or what's going on. And that's all we need, people, yeah? All we need is for all of us to come together, which is the local community, which is the council, which is the police, because the police is policing stuff, but we need them to police the right things. You understand? Put the energy and the focus into the right things. You understand? And support those that are trying to do a form of policing within inside of the community without interfering with what they're doing, but with what we're doing, it implements goodness and good vibes and positivity and togetherness and unity, so that individuals can respect their community, respect their environment, respect the local members of the public, from old to young, and give our kids a chance. And that's first and foremost. Give our kids a chance and give them some hope and give them some clarity. You understand? So when we see the young kids, them, let's not judge them too much, because remember, they're our children as well. Do you understand? And remember, they're just children. So because they're just children, we now have to be the adult to be adulting. Not behaving like we're kids and we're blind to the actions because, wow, them kids, they're bad and them kids, they're this. No, forget all of that now, people, yeah? It's a time to stop all of that. We're focusing on our children as well, because remember, our children go out and see things, so we need to learn them. We need to equip them with knowledge. We need to equip them with the power, with the strength, with the unity, with the love, with the togetherness, so that when they go out in their communities of schooling and public places where they're traveling from A to B and they see others, they can congregate and they can start to even do networking in a positive way, in a positive light, and teach them knowledge and teach them structure, teach them togetherness, teach them love, give them a formation, give them something to look forward to, give them hope, you understand, and give them most of all love. That is it, people. Ain't got too much to say, but all we're building amongst myself, you guys, the community, the homeless, the needy, the entire world, is love, unity, strength and togetherness, you understand? And all of that, you get good vibes. You understand, people, yeah? Big up yourself. Good vibes. Yes, everyone, so today is a very important day. So yeah, man, we've got a meeting today. I've got the pulley with me, as you can see. Yeah, man, so good vibes. Yeah, I'm good. I'll be cooking in a little while. All right, yeah. Yes, people, so look, as I'm walking through the local community, it's a nice bright day today. Dave's probably not even up yet. You can see over there, you understand? But good vibes, everybody, yeah. We're on our way to the meeting, you understand? Oh, Dave is up. Dave, you're up. Oi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh yeah?
Well, go on.
Just getting started now, get my first drink down and calm my nerves.
Good vibes, that.
Good vibes, lovely weather today. Keeping it going, keeping it flowing.
Lovely weather today. Yeah, that's the start of the day.
Yeah. Oh, love you for that sincere.
Yeah.
The vision right here, legend. Love you, brother.
See you later. Dave is up, everyone. He's up, active. I'm also active as well, look. I have to just make a move, yeah, man. Sorry, thank you, let me get across here. I have to just make a move. Look across the road, yeah. Sorry. All right. Yes, people, we're live here at the centre where we're going to be having a meeting today, everyone. So, good vibes. I just want to show you where I am. I'm just right here. The centre's actually here in West Croydon. And we're having a meeting. Don't want the door to close on me. We're having a meeting right here at the CVA centre. The meeting today is with the council and the police and probably local members of the public, and this is what the CVA represents here, you understand? A good vibe. So we're here in the building, everybody here, and the meeting's gonna take place, you understand? A good vibes, and hopefully this one is for all of us, you understand? It's for all of us, and for the better outcome and for the better prospects of our people, our community, you understand, and ourselves, you understand, and our children, you understand, which is our near future to our far future people, yeah? So let's do this for all of us. Our good vibes, big up yourself, one love. Yes, everyone, so we're here at the centre right now. They're just setting up, you understand? There's a round chair structured where we're probably gonna all sit down, you understand? Our good vibes.
But basically what those representatives do, we get people from the council coming and talking to us about what their departments are doing or what they, what they're trying to get into the community, and we then, the representatives, go back to their communities and pass on these messages, because some of the faith people of faith don't want to sort of really engage with the council, but we're a sort of like an intermediary. We can get the messages out. We
had 8 arrests out of that and stopped about 9 registered sex offenders, because it's not just about, and that's just in the spate of a day in the town centre, and that is targeting wanted offenders who are passing through our town centre. And that was some of the offences there. Well, one was failing to comply with the community order regarding domestic violence. One was failing to appear for a series of shopliftings. Another one was wanted for actual bodily harm on females, so that was violence against women and girls and domestic violence. Another one was wanted for threats to kill, again domestic violence. One was wanted for a robbery. One was breaching their tag, shouldn't have been in the area. There's 2. There was breaching their tags. And then also we stopped about 9 registered sex offenders, and that's not to sort of vilify them as such, but it's so that we can make sure that they are adhering to whatever restrictions are put on them. Like sometimes they shouldn't be in a certain area at a certain time, or they're not to have a mobile phone or a computer or something, or somewhere where they can store images, things like that, so we can check that actually they're adhering to those things. That's all right, yeah. So it's really important, because all of that, that's like 20 people that we've engaged with, 9 of which were taken off the street, and the rest making sure that actually they know that we're keeping check, etc. So that's really good, and we're doing those regularly in the town centre, so hopefully that's having an impact, and you're feeling it when you're out there, because I know, it's funny, I was off for a month, came back, and walking through the town centre, it's still got an edgy feel to it, it's still got the challenges, but we can only do, as a police organisation, police service to you, there's only so much we can do, but I feel that we are really trying to do that. A lot of the work that we're doing is in partnership with the council, so they're supporting us on that. Also, we've got the bid as well, which is helping with the bid rangers. We do, or Miriam now does, her teams do, joint operations with them, so that, because one of the biggest things we got feedback on around violence against women and girls was that female shopkeepers and female shop staff did not feel safe in Croydon town centre, and that was a real stark slap in the face for us, really, was that we found that businesses were closing early because they couldn't allow their staff to leave late. They're having to let staff go home early, they're having to pay for cabs for them, all different things like that. No one knew a safe place to go and have their lunch, or because of the problems that we have. But Miriam will probably talk a little bit more about that in a sec, but that's just some of the challenges that we have in the area. On top of that, I mean, the partnership stuff that we do with our youth engagement officers, our schools officers, has been fantastic and been really vital for trying to keep young people safe. Sadly, we are losing our schools officers come about April, Tia, I think, is it, or around that time? Yeah, and it's all sort of rebranding a bit, and what it means is that actually the schools that have designated schools officers, like Tia's one, they will not have a designated schools officer anymore, which for us has been really difficult to understand the sort of thing around it. But the reason is that the Met has had to make really tough choices. Recruitment is down, funding, all that sort of stuff. We're on a tight budget. We're trying to do more with less officers. So what the commissioners have to do is make some really tough decisions about, we need to make sure that our response teams are fully, full and operational, so that we can go to those emergency calls. Our neighbourhood teams, we need to make sure that they have got enough officers, because that is one of the Mayor's pledge, that we will have at least 2 DWOs on every ward on the borough. So what's going to happen is it won't mean that we will lose that entirely, but the schools officers will go onto the ward teams. So they'll be working with the ward officers, and they'll have that speciality where they will still be linking in with the school, but they won't be designated to that school as such. And then Martin and Rick, who've been youth engagement officers since obviously we've all known them, they're now under a different team. They're still engagement officers, but like Rick, you're doing faith. Martin, what are you doing?
Age and disability.
Age
and
Oh, age and
disability.
disability.
Yeah, no, not about myself there.
So what are the engagement type roles for your officers?
So
we're all going to come.
The way it works in Croydon, just to give you a bit of, we've still got what we call them spots. So they're the officers that are in charge of that characteristic. So like Lucy is the head of faith across the BCU. Ket is race.
Yes,
and
sorry,
so we've got Jess, who's the head of the LBGT community. What did I say?
It's different order every day.
I've had a coffee and a Red Bull, right? So if I start slurring, I apologise. So we've got Faith, Asian Disabilities, and Maxine, who's based over in Sutton. So we've got all these key officers, and then what they've done is, because they've realised that one officer to look after all 3 boroughs is quite a stretch, we've now upgraded to these roles where we are supporting the officers that are in the lead. So Rick's covering Faith in Croydon, you're based in Bromley, but overseeing the whole BCUs. I'm Asian Disability. It's a little bit of a mouthful, I appreciate, but it means, so we're taking the negative into a positive. It means that Croydon, Bromley, Sutton now have got a really good coverage of all these community liaison officers, and obviously age doesn't just mean sort of like people in their pensionable age, it can also mean children as well.
0 to 99.
Yeah, so even though youth's gone, we can still tap in to the younger generation, but we're not as extensive as we did before. Obviously, we used to do the one-on-one referrals where the community and schools and parents would refer kids into us, and we would try and turn them around with the likes of Legacies and Palace for Life, etc. We kind of can't do that as much anymore, but we're still there to signpost, so we can still divert kids to organisations. Go away.
Just for the point of this meeting, just for the notes of this meeting that will be circulated, I still have concerns about that. So whilst I appreciate that you've all evolved and emerged into new roles, I think I'd be doing a dishonour if I didn't make it very clear the impact this is going to have on legacy. I'm speaking on behalf of Sakib Chowdhury. I'm sure Marky Hayden would agree that the impact this is going to have on children and young people. Yourself and Rick were incredible in partnership with all the grassroots organisations that work with young people. So whilst I appreciate that you've got Asian disabilities and you'll be going to Age UK and some of the Asian population tea and biscuit meetings and things like that, the impact for the young people is going to be great.
Thank you for that, but don't forget the schools officers as well. There are a lot of they are unsung heroes. They're not here with you. They don't broadcast the good work they do, but the schools officers of Croydon, I don't know about Bromley and Sutton, but the schools officers of Croydon are some of the most amazing officers I've ever worked with, and they put time and effort into going into each and every school.
The amount of times I get a phone call from a teacher, this is happening, there's someone hanging around outside, and I'm on to the schools officers, getting them down there, and that works so well, and it's probably saved a lot of.
And I will admit, the schools officers and
Where she resides. But again, in my local church, 70% of people, they're in housing accommodation, and because of the influx, and these things I don't shy away from, I don't think we should ever shy away from these kind of conversations, but because of stuff that's happening around Ukraine, sadly some of the guys that are seeking asylum and some of the challenges that are faced, we're also starting to see a growing trend of prejudice as well, because questions are asked, how comes Premier Inn and some of the hotels are filled with, how comes we've got people who are owning in private, in buildings, they're owning properties, but they're also having challenges with people that are just being placed, refugees, etc. So I think there is a wider conversation, and can I tell you there is a direct link to criminality, and anybody that understands London Road, West Croydon, the gangs are not the men them, they're not young black guys anymore, we're dealing with children that are from Afghanistan, Kurdistan, Ukrainian, Russian, we're seeing it right here on what we used to call the strip, we're seeing it on London Road. And the behaviour is going on during the day. And if you look in the town centre, maybe you know better than me, I only walk through once a week nowadays. James went shopping there last week actually. You're the only person I know that shops in Croydon still. But
I did notice, just we haven't, so we were discussing this on the way through. So Rick and I every Friday walk through the town centre from the tram stop, and normally it feels quite uncomfortable, even as someone that's grown up in Croydon all my life. It felt a little bit uncomfortable in places, but today we walked through, and I was saying to you, normally this is happening. Normally it's like this, and it was actually like. So whatever's been going on since September, October, something's changed. Something's changed.
Yeah.
100%.
No, because I was just experiencing that today.
Yeah.
I was like,
I walked past Marks and Spencer's. There was no one drinking outside. I was
like,
like,
yeah.
don't get me started.
Just say a few things about what you say a few things about what you've been doing.
Oh, that leads on nicely, doesn't it?
So, yeah, I mean, in terms of violence against women and girls, a lot of the work we've been doing is around collating intelligence going into local businesses like Marks and Spencer's. And like the boss was saying, hours were being adjusted, women didn't feel safe. It was like we have to have one male member of staff on duty at all times. We did a lot of concerted effort around deploying in high vis, some reassurance, also some plainclothes work. There were multiple arrests for drug supply offences, which also led into the safeguarding piece if those individuals were vulnerable, putting in place those referrals, and then enforcing the PSPO, which is the Public Spaces Protection Order. So essentially you can't be drinking, and there are lots of street drinkers there that were making women feel really unsafe just because of the large groups they were congregating in. Since then we've been into local businesses, and they've said they've been able to go back to their normal hours, which is brilliant. That doesn't mean that we've solved it. We have to keep going, keep the concerted effort, but there's been a lot of work around that. And some things that are in the pipeline, obviously the bleed kits being distributed in the town centre, working closely with Talisha and the BID as well to get them distributed. And also a safe space initiative. So the idea behind that is that businesses would receive accredited training, like wave training, Ask for Angela, etc. And then they'd have a safe space within their business that women could go. Because the issue that we have is, Croydon front office can be quite a long walk away from where a female may feel unsafe.
Quite challenging there as well at times.
Yeah.
People go in, have real issues with some people that come in there where officers get assaulted. Coming into work, just walking through the front office sometimes.
So the idea is that they'd be able to go into a business, have a room there, the staff would support them, and then, if it's better for us to go, or, whether it's Change, Grow, Live, or if there's a different service that needs to be called, then they can be signposted appropriately. And yeah, that's sort of the main work that's been going on. The weapons crime pilot, the funding has been renewed.
They go about their normal life, they don't involve in crime. So they are asking a lot of questions that are they going to be stopped, are we safe, and all of those. Majorly because they are black.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I go back today and I meet them on Sunday, I just want to.
So I can give you,
it
leads us right into the stop and search charter.
To give to them.
We can answer
we've got 2 minutes because I need Mike. Mike has to raise 200,000, and we've got how long have we got to raise 200? How many weeks?
12 o'clock Monday.
All right.
Can I just quickly say what the stop and search charter is then, and then I'll give 2 seconds.
We'll sell him.
No, that's fine.
We'll sell him. Tell him
I
again.
can get an invite, Beryl.
No,
Yeah, I can get an invite.
And the Brit, let's front
And the British school.
Yes.
I think that what we should do is to arrange a time for us to come and see you, and then we can talk you through the charter.
Great, yeah.
They had a delivery last night, which was really quite excellent.
Okay.
It was very clear, and you can understand, and the input that the young people have made into the charter,
All right.
saying what the issues were. The next part of it, which is something that's ongoing, and it was a signed declaration. I am really, really hopeful with what we heard last night. Really hopeful, because it addressed some of the cultural issues. It didn't just talk about stop and search and how we're going to do it and all of that. It actually delved a little bit further and talked about the training that officers will have, but it also mentioned what the community need to do as well.
Correct.
And how we need to work in partnership together to get it delivered. So 2 minutes you said, let's arrange for,
Yes.
you were there, if I'm saying something different.
Yes. And just to add, we all co-designed.
Yes.
So we co-designed the stop and search. So I remember the day Mr. Mayor, Adelaide came here, I don't know if you recall that day, and they took some of the stuff that we said. I think Mike would say that there as well. There's some things that were said that they took what we said, some young people from Lambeth, some young people from Southwark, and it was co-designed. So it was the community, and you can actually see where the community spoke and where the corporate body spoke. So we are a part of it. Let's meet. Let's get round the table with you, Bishop, because we'll be able to inform you properly, and let's do it within a week, that you can go back to your parishioners and say, look, this is how we're going to work on stop and search. And can I say the best part of it? The best part of it is that the Met have an independent governing body that will be made up of community members. Okay, that will be able to, or community members will be invited to be a part of the conversation, and we can look at things like supervision, how officers are supervised, how body-worn footage is reviewed, etc. So this is not the Met marking their own homework. This was co-designed by the community. Young people contributed to it, and we're also able to reflect on it and be a part of the reflection of how it's going.
Okay.
And the Met, when I say you not only signed up to it, Samart wasn't scheduled to, from what I was told, he made a decision to attend himself yesterday night. So it's very positive, but let's get round the table. A colleague of mine, Donna, would say, let's get back to the ranch and have that conversation.
So just to add to that, just so people know, so it came out of Baroness Casey review, where we were found wanting in lots of areas, and one of those was around stop and search, not just for the community that were sort of not the trust and confidence had gone, but also our officers, because they weren't getting appropriate training. We weren't really supporting them as managers as well. They felt that if they stopped and searched, they were going to get complaints, so they were going to get put on social media, get vilified, all that sort of stuff. I mean, that stuff can still happen, but it gives us training around how we can support them. And just to give you, I'll just give you one key point. This is what happened. So this goes to show. So in 2020, police officers in the Met carried out 300,000 stop and searches. In 2024, they carried out 120,000. And it's some people from the community say, "Oh, that's good. They're not stop and search as much." But actually, what that means is that they lost confidence in doing that action, that activity, and the community through the joint work we've done for the charter, have fed back. They want us to do it, but they want us to do it properly. They want us to do it, with guidance from the community, guidance from training. So what this stop and search charter does, it's spoken to thousands of people from the community, to officers, trainers, all that sort of stuff, specialists, and the charter is what's come out of it, and that's what we'll probably be able to give you a bit more information on in the future. But it's sort of launched the 27th, so that's yesterday, was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It
Thanks everybody, so we have the meeting. First I want to say thank you to everybody, and you understand, I appreciate the fact that the opportunity was there, you understand, to be amongst certain members of the public sector, and also from the religious sector as well, you understand. So we all was there, and I listened in, and then I was able to express to the police as well, people, and ask them why the ban was issued, and they relayed back saying that they just responded to something that was made, which was the allegation that was made, come from the market stall holder, which was Joseph, everybody. So you understand, so all of this erupted through the calls of Joseph, through because we had a conversation, and you understand, and it led to him calling the police, you understand, people. So at the same time, there's no ban. We're back out cooking fully, as we've been back out anyway, but there's no ban. Everything continues, and what they're saying, they're saying that they will try to do. They're saying basically they want to work with me. So let's see what they have to offer everybody. You understand? Anthony, the police, the pastor that was there, certain other members that was there that spoke. I heard what they said and I heard what they were talking about. You understand? So all we have to do now, we just wait for their response. You understand? They said that they're gonna try and do certain things to work with what we're doing and work with the cause. So we're just gonna continue in the meantime. You understand, people? But big up yourself and one love to each and every one of you. And what they're also saying is that to get the legal way, which is to create some form of charity or a CIC, to have it running in a proper, ordinary, public manner. Do you understand? Something like that still. But at the same time, the mission continues, people. We've got 1 million people to feed. Keep sharing the videos. Yes, keep signing that petition. You understand? The GoFundMe is there to support the movement as well, everybody. Yeah, if you can support it as well. If you can come out and help. You understand? If you can donate sleeping bag, essential things that the homeless will need, care packs, hygiene products as well, people. Yeah, for man and female. Yes, I will be taking donations. I am taking donations, so please hit me up via email as well, people. Yeah, good vibes, one love to each and every one of you. Yeah, man, let's wait for their response back from the meeting, but let's continue in the meantime, people. Yeah, that is it. One love to each and every one of you. Yeah, good vibes. And just to add and say as well, people, yeah, the police also said that there is no ban. There's no more ban, people, yeah. We're out, we're cooking, good vibes.